What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Fresh Review. You're new to the channel. What we do here is every Wednesday we upload a WWE video, or at least that's the goal. We've been a little behind. We've been uploading all these WWE PLE videos, but right here we have a Summerslam prediction video. I did one of these for WrestleMania. That was a two-night event. I'll be doing one for SummerSlam. This is like a big event. I might do one of these for every PLE so you guys can know what I'm thinking. You guys enjoy these videos? Let me know in the comment section. I could continue to do these, one for each PLE right before. But I want to get this one out for you guys before SummerSlam. So I got my Night of Champions video already recorded. That will upload on Monday. I wanted to get this one out though before SummerSlam so you guys could see what I actually thought before. And oh, he lied, da da da. He called the cash in, but the video is uploaded after. I do have a cash in prediction. We will get to that. But first, let's start with the SummerSlam card on Saturday. I'm looking on the WWE app, or the website rather, and I see that we're just gonna go from top to bottom, and I see that Gunther vs CM Punk is the top card. Well, not top card, but the first match I see here. So I don't know if that's gonna be the opener or the main event. But Gunther vs CM Punk. If this is the main event, I could see a Seth Rollins cash in, but I do not predict Seth Rollins cashing in for this match. And the main reason why I think Seth Rollins will cash in, I will talk about a little bit later in the video. So stay tuned for that. But Gunther vs CM Punk. Uh, CM Punk won this by winning a gauntlet match, and I thought the way CM Punk won the gauntlet match was kind of whack. I mean, I just hate gauntlet matches in general because they heavily favor whoever the last participant is. Braun Breaker ran the gauntlet, defeated most of the competitors in it, including some big names like LA Knight, Penta, Jey Uso. But then all Punk has to do is defeat Braun Breaker after he's already worn down after fighting everybody else, right? And then he wins the match and becomes the number one contender. So that's how he got to this match. They had some great matches on some WWE live events or house shows. This would be the first match they have on main TV, and I expect for it to be an amazing match. I'm going to give a prediction score of 4.5 stars, and I have CM Punk winning. I think they just wanted to give Gunther the belt to have the Goldberg match. Now it's run its course. We've seen Gunther as champion 2 times. Now he's been champion for like 10 out of the past 12 months, which is nothing really wrong with it per se, but like it's time to probably go to CM Punk. Now I know a lot of people will expect to CM Punk, Seth Rollins cash in here to prevent the CM Punk storyline, but I'm gonna say burnt out about the CM Punk Seth Rollins story. But I think they should pivot to something else, and they could redo that story and have like a final match a few years from now. But I think Seth Rollins should go somewhere else instead of CM Punk for Seth again, right? Now, my confidence level for this prediction is probably 4 stars out of 5. If there's no cash in, I am really confident that CM Punk wins, but it's no guarantee by any means. Now, our next match is Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. Another championship match here. Now, Tiffany been champion since the start of the year, early January, and Jade just became number one contender by winning Queen of the Ring. Now they're fighting here at SummerSlam. This is going to be a big moment for Jade, her first singles championship match, and we'll see how she does here. But Tiffany might have run her course as champion. She defeated a lot of foes on the way to get here. Now she has to defeat Jade Cargill. If she defeats Jade, how many more competitors does Tiffany have? I'm not sure exactly. I think Jade wins this. Unless Bianca screws her, but I'm not predicting a Bianca screw job or anything like that. I'm going to go Jade winning. My confidence level is about 3 out of 5. I think it's a true 50-50. Well, no. If it's 50-50, I should probably lower it then, right? I'd probably say 2 out of 5, right? I really don't know. I'm lean Jade slightly. 2 out of 5 on the confidence level. Match quality wise, I don't know per se. I think Jade being a powerhouse and Tiffany being acrobatic could definitely make this an entertaining match. I'm gonna give it a above average score probably prediction wise. I'm gonna say 3.20 stars out of 5. Now we're going on to a tag team match here, and it's Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, the Bloodline, versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, B&B. Now, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed just brutalized the Bloodline on Monday. And this man Bronson Reed took his shoes. It would have been awesome to see Bronson Reed pull up in Roman Reigns' shoes, but of course Reed probably don't wear the same shoe size as Roman Reigns. But he done took this man's shoes. Roman Reigns, the OTC cannot go out like that. He cannot go out like that, but it makes it a very tough match because it'd be a big win for this new faction of B&B, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed if they get this win over main event Jey Uso, who was just world champion, over Roman Reigns, who had one of the greatest world championship title reigns ever, right? Be a big win for them, but I think Reigns and Uso get the dub here. I do think they get the dub here. So I'm going with the Bloodline here. I'm expecting this to be a great match. I'm gonna go. Hmm, I'm gonna go great. I'm gonna go 4.20 stars out of 5. My confidence level here is about 4 out of 5 as well. I believe they get the win. I don't see Roman taking the pin. I would be surprised if Roman takes the pin. I think that uh, if they lose, Jay will probably take the pin. But I think for the Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker one, I think Bronson Reed will be the one that takes the pin. Now, I think Jey Uso will actually pin him, by the way. I think Jay will be the one that pins him. I know that sounds. I can't remember how their Monday Night Raw match ended. But I don't think Braun Breaker should take the pin. And I don't think Roman should pin Bronson Reed. That doesn't really do too much there. But maybe they go that way. But that's my prediction. I'm going with Uso pinning Bronson Reed. Now we're going on to our next match, which is another tag team match. This is Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. And I'm fully expecting Randy Orton and Jelly Roll to get the W here versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. I don't know how good this match is going to be. It's all going to depend on how well Jelly Roll has been developing. I has been hearing he's been grinding. He's been living in the Performance Center, so that's awesome to see. And he looks like he lost a lot of weight. He's been doing some shows for WWE, performance on their live events. And Jelly Roll used to be a bigger guy. He looks like he's been working out really well. Lost a lot of weight over the past year or months, however long it's been. And that's great for him. Hopefully he can keep up in the ring. And we'll see. But I don't know what to expect for this match. I'm not having high expectations whatsoever. I'm probably going to go with a slightly above average score. Because, I mean, it is Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton. So, those are 3 top-tier wrestlers, in my opinion, in the match. They might be able to carry. But I like the segments we've been having with Logan Paul, Jelly Roll. With Logan Paul, he's on The Tonight Show. They're having segments there, building the feud. Jelly Roll's performing in the Performance Center. He's working on his craft. Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre, they're pulling up there. Like, oh, man. I think they've been cooking with some of these segments. I fully expect Randy and Jelly Roll to get the win. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 on the confidence level. Match quality wise, though, I'm going to go 2.90 stars out of 5. I'm going to go slightly above average. Now, we're going on to our next match, and that is the women's tag team match. So, a lot of tag team matches on Summerslam Saturday. A lot of tag team matches on Saturday. And a lot of stipulation matches on Sunday. So I think that's an odd decision to have personally. But now we got the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. And that is Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez from the Judgment Day versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. So the Judgment Day versus We're Not Friends, this new group of Alexa and Charlotte. And I forgot how Alexa and Charlotte exactly qualified to get this match. Maybe they won a tag team match to qualify. Of course, they did have a match at Evolution with 2 other teams in there. I thought that was a really good match. I will do my Evolution review probably in a week or so. So if you want to get that one, stay tuned. And these SummerSlam videos you could expect to come out like 1 to 2 weeks from now. A little bit later. Like I got Monday for Night of Champions. Evolution might come out on Friday or so. And then I'll probably get back to our regular program of Wednesday uploads for the SummerSlam cards. So stay tuned for that. But we got the women's tag team match here against Bliss and Charlotte. And Charlotte has turned babyface. The crowd's behind her because she's not going after the world title. She's gone after something else. And this is why I said they should have did it with Charlotte. They should have had her come back at the Rumble and win. And then have her go on this quest to get 17 or 18 title runs and all that. She's been in the world title picture for too long. They got her going after the tag team titles. After this journey ends with Alexa Bliss, I think she should go after IC title, the US title. She could add prestige to that like how Becky's doing. Keep herself fresh. She's still in the single picture, going for titles and stuff like that. People will still be cheering her for her. But she's not going for the world title, right? Where new, younger, upcoming stars probably need those title reigns and stuff. So it's great to see the cross behind Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. And I'm behind Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. I hope they win this match. So I'm going with a 4 out of 5 prediction level. The reason why it's not 5 out of 5 or anything lower than 4 out of 5 is I think they will do a Judgment Day implosion here. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how everything goes. But I do think that Dom loses the title this weekend, and so does Roxanne and Raquel. So that creates a new, interesting dynamic in the Judgment Day where previously it's like Finn Balor was the guy that never had gold, but everybody else had gold for the most part. Now Finn Balor would be the one that has gold, and he might be like, "Hey, what are y'all doing? We should be champion." The Judgment Day. Finn Balor might be talking a little bit reckless and stuff like that. Might get let the ego get ahead of him. But I'm going with a 4 out of 5 on the confidence level of the We're Not Friends group winning. And I'm expecting this to be a really good match. I'm going with a 3.85 stars out of 5 on the prediction. Now, we got our final match. And this definitely won't be the main event. It is Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. They fought at Night of Champions. They're fighting again here. There is a little stipulation thing here. I forgot what it is exactly, but it's like Sammy and Cross won't be interacting probably anymore after this. I think Cross guys say no. I think Cross told Sammy. Cross said, "If I win, Sammy, you gotta say you're a liar. Call yourself a liar. Say Cross told the truth, something like that." And then Sammy had like another thing like, "You gotta say you were wrong if I win." Right, that's what I told Karrion Kross has to say. So Karrion Kross had to admit that he's wrong. Samuel had to admit that he's a liar. So we'll see who wins this match. I think Karrion Kross needs this win badly, considering he lost at Night of Champions. I think Kross winning this would be great for his career trajectory. I think Sammy could afford the L and maybe even go on a heel turn type stuff, or maybe find a darker edge to himself and he really wants to become champion. Maybe have Karrion Kross get the better out of people, get the best out of somebody by playing these mind games with him, because Cross is kind of right. Sammy just doesn't have that dog in him to go out there and be champion. He's too much of a nice guy, too much of a pushover. He needs to be more assertive, in the words of Plankton. Now, uh, I didn't really like their match at Night of Champions. I expect this one to be a little bit better. I'm probably going above average score of like 3.20 stars out of 5. Uh, Confidence level on this, I'm going with Cross winning. I'm going to go 2 out of 5. I wouldn't be surprised if Super Sammy gets the W, but we'll have to wait and see. That concludes SummerSlam Night 1. Not really enthusiastic about Night 1's card now that I look at it. I think Night 2 is definitely the better card because Night 2 will have a bunch of stipulations. So, let's go ahead and start at the top of Night 2. And that is John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. And I should kind of talk about this match last. But we're going to go ahead and start at the top since it's the top of the card here. This is definitely going to be the main event. John Cena, Cody Rhodes, the WrestleMania rematch. The WrestleMania main event that disappointed. And we had the epic John Cena segment. Last night on SmackDown with John Cena turning from a heel back to a babyface. And I can't wait. A lot of people are theorizing like John Cena won't end his career as a heel. He will end as a babyface. And that is what will be happening. So from August to December, for Cena's last match, he will be a babyface. Now, this is where the Seth Rollins cash-in comes in. Because why did Seth Rollins win Money in the Bank? So he could transfer brands. Now, it is a problem if Seth Rollins goes over to Friday Night SmackDown. Why? Because his wife is also on Monday Night Raw. That's a problem. So, they probably want to be together. But, the only way I could be like, yo, Seth Rollins winning the title, the briefcase, would make sense is if he transfers brands with it, right? Because he wouldn't be able to really get in the Friday Night SmackDown picture. And the Universal Championship is the title that Seth Rollins, the new one with the gold belt, hasn't held. He held the World Heavyweight Championship before. I think he was the inaugural champion, and he held that until he lost to Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 40. He should go after the Universal Championship because that one has a little bit more prestige. That's the one that Roman held for over 1,000 days. That's the title he should go after. So, I'm going to say it like this. I think Cody turns heel if there is no Seth Rollins cash-in. I think we get a double turn here. I don't think we see face versus face. I think, do we see face versus face? Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe you do it. But I would kind of expect a trilogy, maybe, with Cena and Cody. right? I think his final match, John Cena's final match in December, could be a rematch as well. But for that rematch to happen, John Cena will have to lose, and I think he will lose. Uh, we'll have to wait and see. It's a tough match to predict. I think there will be interference. That's why they made it a street fight. So I think Seth Rollins will come in. Another reason why I think Seth Rollins cashes in is because we haven't seen. Well, I don't know his injury. So you guys know his injury. Let me know in the comment section down below. I follow a lot of football. Of course, I got videos on the channel and stuff. Rasheed Rice last year had a nasty knee injury, and it took like a full week for them to get him a diagnosis. Well, Saturday night's main event was like 3 weeks ago. So Seth, you said like, yeah, the swelling got to go down. I gave you like a week, two at most. The fact I still don't know your injury is kind of like, all right, I think you're not really injured. You guys are doing a storyline thing here. So I think Seth makes his surprise return here, catches in, becomes champion. And I think we get a spectacular match. I'm gonna go 4.75 stars out of 5 here in a spectacular match. Seth Rollins cashing in, another heist of the century type stuff. That's what I'm going with. Now, if there is no Seth Rollins cash in, I do have Cody winning. Confidence level for this match, though, probably 3 out of 5. I think it could go either way. Great to see John Cena do that epic promo. One of his best promos all year, I think. Now we're going on to our next match, and that is the Women's World Championship match, the triple threat rematch from Evolution. Naomi, Rhea, and Io Sky. Naomi's coming in here as champion. She cashed in at Evolution to become champion. And that Rhea versus Io match was truly epic. And now we got another triple threat match featuring Rhea and Io. They had one at WrestleMania, and that match stole the show. I expect for this match to steal the show again. I'm giving it another spectacular score, prediction level. And confidence level for Naomi. It's a triple threat match, so it's a little bit tough, but I'm gonna go 4 out of 5. And I think Rhea should take the pin here because you go back and look at Mania's triple threat. Bianca took the pin. You look at Evolution triple threat. Io took the pin. Rhea should take the pin. That's why she's out of the main title picture for a while now. She's been in the title picture for the past 2 years, right? When she was obviously champion for over a year, she was in the title picture. She got injured in her shoulder thing, came back at Summerslam last year, and been in the title picture ever since, right? So I think she should take the pin here, go out of the title picture for a while. She could go after Becky or Lyra in the U.S. Championship, and I think that'd be awesome there. But Rhea is the biggest star in the company on the female side, so I understand why they want to keep her in the main title picture and heavily involved in a lot of storylines. But I think it's time to get her away from the main title picture. She should take the pin here, but I don't think she will. I think Naomi will pin Io. No, 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 no. I'm going to go Naomi pins Rhea. I think Triple H knows. Come on, Triple H. Come on. Cook correctly. So, confidence level, though, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. Naomi had a great cash in. She's been doing tremendous heel work. She should have a decent title run here. I don't think she should drop it on her first title defense. So, 4 out of 5 on the confidence level. And like I said, spectacular match. 4.75 stars out of 5. Now, we're going on to our next match, which is Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles in the IC Championship match. So, the Intercontinental Championship, Dom Mysterio, the greatest luchador ever, has finally been cleared. And I love the segments they've been doing with AJ Styles. He's been lurking in the shadows. Dom, are you cleared yet? Dom, get healthy. Get well soon, Dom. Dom, I'm waiting for you. Dom, whenever you're ready. Like, AJ Styles, I think, been doing great work comedy-wise, right? Comedic relief right here. Almost like, dare I say, a former Judgment Day member, R-Truth, was doing great comedy work. That's what AJ Styles is doing here against Dominic Mysterio. I want AJ Styles to win. I'm not sure he ever been IC champion before, but I definitely want AJ Styles to win. I'm expecting a really good match here. I'm gonna go 3.95 stars out of 5. I think AJ and Dom can definitely have a really good match. I definitely believe in both these guys. AJ, at his age, still has some left in the tank. And then Dom Mysterio, the greatest luchador of all time, self-proclaimed at least. Greatest IC champion of all time, self-proclaimed at least. Think he can definitely put on a really good match. So, 3.95 stars there. Confidence level, though, I'm going to go 3 out of 5. Like I said, I'm predicting a Judgment Day implosion coming up soon. So, Dom should drop the title, in my opinion. Now, we're going on to our next match. And that is Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. This is a steel cage match for the United States Championship, and I'm going with Solo Sikoa winning. Confidence level here, I'm going to go 5 out of 5 because we're going to get interference. It's a steel cage match, And the whole point of the steel cage is to prevent people from getting in the match. You're supposed to be locked in the cage with that opponent. That never happens. They always get in the match. They either go through the door, they climb over the top. Same way the wrestlers can get out. That's how these other wrestlers get in, right? So you remember the Seth steel cage match in January, what? Or maybe it was February. I can't remember exactly. Or maybe even March. CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns interfered. There's other steel cage matches I can't even think of right now. Interference is so common in these, it doesn't even make sense. Now, I think Solo will have interference from Talatonga because Jacob Fatu took out JC Mateo in Tongaloa on Friday Night SmackDown, so they really shouldn't even show up. I think they should do a no-show for those two guys, but just have Talatonga be the one that comes in and costs Jacob Fatu. Maybe they could lead to a feud between those two, Fatu and Talatonga. They kind of been hitting at that when they had some stare downs and stuff throughout the matches or throughout these brawls. But Fatu's going for his United States Championship rematch. Of course, they had the I Hate You solo at Money in the Bank that led to the feud when Solo talking behind Fatu's back, talking about some all gas, no brains. Now Solo has the title, and I think he will keep the title. I think Solo been doing great work character-wise, doing his mocking gestures, very entertaining in my opinion. And I think his title reign is just getting started. And I think Fatu could end up going up to bigger and better things, similar to how Braun Breaker is right now, where Braun Breaker was a IC championship champion holder for a while, and then after he lost at Mania, he joined the faction, and then hitched his wagon to Seth Rollins. We'll see what Fatu does after this, but I think WWE has bigger and better plans for Fatu than just the United States Championship. Now, match quality wise, it's a steel cage. I'm expecting a great match here. I'm gonna go 4.10 stars out of 5. Confidence level, like I said, 5 out of 5 in favor of Solo. Now we got the women's IC championship match, and this is a no disqualification match. And I forgot the stipulation here, but Lyra can't fight Becky again, if I'm not mistaken, for the IC championship. And truth be told, I think Becky said you can't do it at all. I can't remember exactly. And I forgot what Lyra said you got to do. Maybe Lyra said you got to, if I win Becky, you got to raise my hand or something. Or you got to admit I'm the better wrestler. I can't remember. But Lyra also said if I win, you got to do this. So there are conditions on this no disqualification match. And I wouldn't be surprised if Bayley interfered here, because this is a no DQ match. Bayley is not on the SummerSlam card. So I'm kind of expecting some Bayley interference. I don't know who she goes after and attacks. If I had to take a guess, maybe Lyra, because I don't know exactly, but it's WWE. You never know. But Becky Lynch versus Lyra. I think Becky retains here. Becky's title run should just be beginning. Now, Becky will win in an amazing match. I'm going to give it a 4.55 stars out of 5. And I'm going to go with confidence level Becky winning 4 out of 5. Now we got our final match, and that is the WWE Tag Team 6-pack TLC match. It's all 6 teams from Friday Night SmackDown. The White Six, the Street Profits, the Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, Fraxium, and Andrade vs. Ray Phoenix in a TLC match where they will have the tag team titles held high above the ring, and they will have to go up there and get it. Whoever gets it will become champions. And I think the Street Profits should have been champions going into this match. I think their title run should have been a little bit longer. And if they wanted to crown the Wyatt Six here at SummerSlam, I thought that had been valid. Because I think the whole Street Profit thing is, we want the smoke, right? That's their catchphrase. I think that would have been so cool. And Kick Butt, or Bad Butt, or whatever you want to call it. If they were like, you know what? At SummerSlam, we take all y'all on. And then hold these things up. We're going to see who wants it more. They kind of cut an amazing promo that kind of led to this match, and they kind of lost the titles this way. But we don't get that. They lost their titles. I forgot how exactly, but I know they lost it to the Wyatt Six. I'm not sure there's interference or anything like that. But nevertheless, they lost their titles, and the Wyatt Six come in this match as champions. I always feel like multi-man matches or multi-team matches is a great way for your champions to lose the title and still be protected because they didn't get pinned or whatever the case may be. That'd been a great way for the Street Profits to lose their title. It'd be a great way for the Wyatt Six to lose their title. But unfortunately, the Wyatt Six just became champions. Now, the interesting thing here, if the Wyatt Six beats all these teams, then like who else do they face? Because I mean they just beat all y'all. Are they gonna fight pretty deadly next or something? Right? So I think the Wyatt Six will lose here. Confidence level, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. 1 out of 5. We do a scale of 1 out of 5. It really is a 0 out of 5. I have no clue. Your guess is just as good as mine. Uh, but I'm do I want to say Fraxium? Andrade and Ray Phoenix has been getting some really good momentum. I'm gonna just go with a Wyatt Six retain, but I literally have no idea who wins this match whatsoever. I'd be surprised if the Street Profits win it. Uh, my next highest surprise would probably be DIY, then Motor City Machine Gun. Right, so my top 3 teams to win it. Third would probably be Fraxium, two Andrade, and number 1 would probably be the Wyatt Six retaining. But I have no idea. But I think this match will be absolutely spectacular. These guys should have been at WrestleMania, and I feel like they're all going to be like, yo, we got a point to prove because they messed up by putting us on Friday Night SmackDown after Mania because we couldn't make the card. They want to have the New Day Tag Team Championship match there. We should have been at Mania. We're going to have a phenomenal SummerSlam match, and we're going to make sure WWE doesn't make that mistake again. They put us at Mania 42 coming up this year, and I think these guys will probably steal the show. I think it could be that amazing of a match. You got to wait and see, of course. But that will conclude my SummerSlam prediction video. So I expect for SummerSlam Sunday to be better than SummerSlam Saturday. I think Saturday might be like a C plus tier or B minus tier quality. I think SummerSlam Sunday, as I'm looking at the card right now, if we get the Seth Rollins cash in, if we get another spectacular match between Rhea, Io, and Naomi, and the triple threat for the championship, if we get solid matches for the men's mid cards, and then the women match with Lyra and Becky being amazing yet again, the WWE Tag Team TLC match. I mean, I think there's like 4 matches I'm looking at right now that could just be still the show worthy, and then 2 I still think would be really good, if not great, with the men's IC mid card title matches. So with that being said, I think this could be an A tier show, maybe A plus, maybe even S tier if the cards fall right. But that will conclude this video. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I want to get this video out right before the PLE came out, so I had to kind of rush and get everything thrown together here. But we got it out for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know in the comment section down below. I will continue to do these. I could do these for every PLE, but I know I would definitely do it for the big ones like Royal Rumble, Survivor Series perhaps, and then of course Mania and SummerSlam going forward. So as always, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you guys on the next one, our WWE PLE Night of Champions review.